Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over solar and lithium and maybe some rare earths, stuff like that. I know some people, they're hardcore commodity, hardcore energy like uranium, oil and natural gas, and the energy returns there, but I still look around. I still look at charts of different sectors. I'm always looking for opportunities. And to be quite honest, guys, solar has these charts are massive. And the price projections, if you were to run price projections off of them, they just go up so much that it has me intrigued. Uh, and if money's going to roll into this, if Germany's going to go wholeheartedly into this, I mean, I'm going to put a little bit of money in it, just a little bit, and I'm going to have exposure to it. I know a lot of people think that they're not going to work, but you know what? I'm going to remain open. The charts are so big that the charts can persuade me to do anything. I mean, in all honesty, we'll take a look at it. I'll show you what I'm seeing, and you guys can do whatever you want. But maybe I'll allocate just a little bit of money in there, just to have some exposure, just to see what happens. But here's solar and lithium. Solar is the one that looks really good. So what we've got here is we've got that booty bottom. Here's the booty bottom. It's broken to the upside. This move is absolutely massive on the right-hand side for an ETF. If I were to play with let's do a fib retracement first. So I'm going to zoom in on this right-hand side. We're going to go from bottom to top. And the retracement level went to 0.618. And that's usually what it hits. Either 0.618 or 0.786. That's kind of a good retracement level. Is this done pulling back? Kind of looks like it. Now, if I put a fib trend-based extension on this, where we go from bottom to top, and then this was a first wave this is a first wave here, and then an A, B, C correction, and then potentially a move higher. Looking at this, we're at $71 at the moment, and the price projection is up here at $228. That's pretty big for an ETF type movement. And if oil goes ballistic, and let's say natural gas stays ballistic, oil goes ballistic, they all go ballistic, maybe people are going to run to this. That might be the case. And I know that minerals will be short, but what if this is our only option? What if this is the route that we're going to take? I'm just throwing kind of what ifs out there. This does have a massive bullish engulfing pattern that I've circled here, another bullish piercing. We've got a good move to the upside here. It looks like it's, trying to put in a bottom here. We're at some support down here. We've got more support underneath this, under here, going across. That's what this line is, going across here. And you can even extend it to here. We bounced here, hit our head, broke through it, and now we're almost doing a retest move here. There's the line. We zoom in and we've got those big bullish candlesticks forming. Is this a bottom? Difficult to say. It sure looks like it to me. And it could be short term. And I don't know if this will roll over, but it's one to get on the radar. And then looking at some of these other companies, the reason I have so much interest in this is because of the moves. I don't see moves this dramatic. I mean, this move here was $4 to $76 in a year. This is in 1 year. I don't see moves that often like that. And this is a huge consolidation, like A, B, C correction. And it looks like, by looking at the candlesticks, big bullish engulfing. It's a big boy there. Coming on up. We've come on back. We've got a nice little hammer pattern there. And, I don't know. And if you look at the long term, we have a long-term resistance support line now. We broke out. We did a retest. And is this thing like ready to launch again? I don't know, guys. And look at the volume. The volume is massive on this right-hand side. It is massive. Sunworks, another one that you'd think would be a dead one. I mean, this thing's been kind of grinding on the bottom here. Let me zoom in. This is that double booty bottom, though. The volume kicked up like massive over here. The volume's kicking up again, like people are trying to accumulate this. We've got a downtrend line break, and last downtrend line break, which is this big guy here, that broke out, and this ran from a bottom of 55 cents to 30 bucks or so in a matter of like no time. And here we are breaking out of this pattern, this downtrend line here, and we're putting in these big, big bullish engulfing, big buying pressure, small selling pressure days. That's what I look for in a pattern. Is Sunworks ready to go? And I'll be honest, guys, I threw some in Sunworks just for the heck of it. I bought it on this day here. I put it in the donations portfolio. Another one I purchased is SOL. But this looks like, I mean, maybe we could get a run back up to, 25, 30 bucks or higher. And if you put in a, and guys, this is not recommendations. This is just me playing around with numbers, okay? I mean, if I put something like this and I do a trend base fib extension on this, the 1.618 levels at $48, and we're at 3. And if we zoom out, that is the top of this, what looks to me like a double booty bottom. And what I mean by that is usually you get like one little hump, then you get the booty. And is this what we're looking at? I don't know. The only reason I'm looking at this is because it has such large volatility and the price projections are so massive on this that it's just something that I'm starting to look at, and I allocated a teeny bit of money there. Renesola is another one that I put a little bit of money in, and I put another trend-based fib extension on this. 1.618 is up at $60, and we're at $5.70. And if you look out on a big long-term perspective, usually you have this can stay like here, or they can drop down like this. This is at the bottom of a double booty bottom. The volume is kicking up on the right-hand side. It has all of the traits for something to be great. And if you zoom in here, it's got the big buying pressure, bullish engulfing, slow leak off of sellers. It has that type of trait to it. And we're right at the corner over here of a good entry point if you've got the courage and to go just based off technical analysis. If you look here and you look at the quarterly charts, they are making some money. It's not a lot, but I mean, the market cap's 380 million of it. That's kind of what I see here based off this. And SunPower might be a little bit better. I think they're actually a little more well-established company here. They're still not really making that much money. They got the big buying pressure, smaller selling pressure. I'm going to get this trend-based, well, a 1.618 move gets you up to 110 bucks or so. That's a big move. And this thing also has a monster pattern of the booty, the breakout, the consolidation, and then a potential move higher. And this thing is very much a volatile stock that can get moving, and it's down right now, kind of at that support level. So, I mean, if you are interested in solar, this is where I would be pulling the trigger real time. Here's Canadian Solar. This has a monster pattern. It's broken to the upside and it's doing a retest move. I mean, this is where I pull the trigger. Fuel cell. This one's got a little bit more. So you get that little move there, and then you get into the double booty bottom. We are breaking the bottom of this booty. We're breaking it, guys. And this is a massive move, guys. I mean, the bottom here was like $2 all the way to $28 in like a couple months. I mean, the move here is absolutely dramatic. If I were to throw a trend-based fib retracement on this, we're right around the 0.786 level, kind of below it actually, almost a full retracement of 1, and we're starting to come back up. And again, guys, these are highly speculative companies. They are losing money, and I don't know why the charts look this insanely good and with so much volatility. Like this must just be massive short squeezes or something going on. If I were to do a trend-based fib extension higher like this and come on down, and let's just use a 1.618, we're at 587, and that's putting up, you know, a $50 number or so. So, yeah, I don't know. It could be in like an ABC. Well, it's been bouncing back and forth here on this consolidation pattern here, and I mean, we'll see if it's done. But these renewables and these they look insane. They just look insane. Like you got this small little thing dragging along the bottom. You kind of zoom in here and you just get this massive rolling $2 to $70 move like out of nowhere, and you get this massive volume stepping into it. And then you get this big retracement here. And this one's got that big bullish engulfing. It's got a nice little buying thing today. It's right at the bottom of its pattern. Plug Power is this one, PLUG. And then the wind turbine stuff, looking at this guy here, they're all down as well. We've got kind of this inverted head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we pulled back after hitting our head on it. That's Gamesa. Vestas Wind Energy. This one has a nice good break, and we're getting a good return move out of it. And it looks like it's trying to put in some sort of bottom or something right now. And there's the resistance support line. Looking at the rare earth metals also looks quite compelling. It's getting there. This is, I mean, maybe we can find some support in here. The volume's kicking up on the right-hand side. Here's your volume. You've got the downtrend, the double booty, and then the break higher, very similar to the solar renewable companies. You zoom in on the right-hand side. We do have a little bit of selling pressure, definitely here, all in here. So I still think we might have, I mean, we may have a little bit lower to go. Maybe we tap this, do a full return move. And lithium also had the double booty bottom. There's that booty bottom. It broke. Yeah, whenever you broke out of these downtrend lines, let me tighten them up a little bit. I probably had it on log. They came up, downtrend line break came up, and then we're pulling on back. I don't think this is ready yet for a potential entry. It still looks a little bit bearish in here with this downtrend. We're still downtrending, and I'm not ready to maybe make that move into this ETF yet. MP Materials, this one looks like it's basically coiling up here for a move to the upside at some point. Still needs a little more time. Canadian Rare Earth is getting close. I mean, this is a breakout and a retest. This is a really small company. It's only 9 million in market cap. REEMF, Rare Element Resources, is one that I made a comment. I think some people bought it. I didn't mean it in that way, but the cool thing about this, I mean, you look at kind of the big picture view, you've got the downtrend, the sideways movement, and then we're starting to come on up. You look on the right-hand side. Let me go back a little bit. Big move higher, and then the kind of the leak off of sellers, and it looks like we're in a dead period almost. We've got support at about 95 cents or so on the right-hand side, and it does look like there's some buying pressure stepping in for a potential move higher. It's coiling up. This is the dead period. You kind of just buy it and sit in it. This is Linus Rare Earth. It gapped lower today, but this one also had, this kind of booty bottom and then the break and the run higher all into all-time highs. Livent, it looks okay. This one's got the Ionic. Rare Earths also has that double booty bottom, break, a retest, and then a move higher, which is doing right now. This is a Rare Earth one. We've got Albemarle Corporation. See, this looks like a shoulder, head, shoulder, and a move lower, kind of like it needs to do a consolidation before moving on up. And this is what it looks like zoomed way out. It's had a monster run, guys. Monster run. In 08, it was $22 all the way to 280. And then LAC, Lithium Americas Corporation. This one had this move coming through here, and then it broke to the upside and took a big run. But Again, it looks like we're still consolidating for a little while on it, but that's what it looks like. And then Lithium Americas Corporation looks pretty awesome to me. And I think we're getting close to a buy zone in here at this bottom. Zooming in on it, we're in the buy zone that I like. And even if it drops a little bit lower, I'd like it down there if it did. But we're at the 0.786 retracement level. We're coming on down. We're still in a downtrend. But we are getting super close to the break here. And we're basically, I mean, today on the line. We break to the upside. This does have uranium in it. And I mean, we'll see where this thing goes, but this thing looks pretty sweet. It looks like we've got a barrel pattern forming and ready to go. And the retracement, it's right there. It's a very interesting pattern. It's very volatile in its movement. And I don't know. I mean, it looks like a decent little thing. It is losing money. It is very speculative. It's a company that's developing some mines for lithium and for a uranium project. But that's what I've got for today, guys. I'll end it there. So lithium overall doesn't look like it's ready yet. I mean, obviously this last one, I kind of like that one a lot. We've got the solar companies. I don't know what to do with them, guys. The patterns are so large, they're so big, and we're getting that return move that it's in my heart to buy the retest. It's like programmed into me. And the moves, whenever you can move that amount, I mean, you can lose a lot quickly too. So there's a lot of risk here. It's not just go pile into it and hope and pray that it works. You have to really manage how much money you put into it because they're very speculative companies. All these companies are very speculative. They're building things. They don't have cash flows yet. So the speculation, you're speculating that money's going to flow into these based off of chart patterns and all of that. But you know, it's up to you guys on what you want to do. I'm probably going to sprinkle some in. I already did. I put some in Sunworks at the bottom, Fuel Cell, Renesola. That, you know, Beam looks kind of good too. BEEM. Maybe I'll just throw a teeny bit in. Fingers crossed and ride the wave. Now, if they have mineral shortages, they very well could do poorly. So I'm not really putting a lot in there. So I'm just kind of sprinkling in a little bit just to see what happens. And some of them may do very well because the leverage is quite large in them. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Again, guys, I know this isn't the most popular on the channel because some people, I used to do solar, but no one really watched those video clips. But you know what? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I kind of just follow what the charts tell me, and so I do further research into it. They are not value plays. They are speculative plays. Make sure you know that. And you can also lose your butt very quick. I just want to let you know that. Thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.